Good morning, class. Let us pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And then the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Again, good morning, class. Before anything else, let's check the attendance first. As I call your family name, please say present. Ayuban, Barbarona, Bongkak, Butal Bea, Butal Emily, Calizar, Corlet, Dado, Hinita, Mahusay, Tifernina, Rosales, and Tunol. Okay, so everyone is present for today. As we start our discussion for today, let me remind you for our classroom rules. First we have is come to class prepared. Be active and participative. Respect one another. Raise your hand if you want to talk. And keep the classroom clean and tidy. So I hope that everyone is reminded by our classroom rules and everyone will follow it. Okay, so this time let's have our recap first. So what do you think is our lesson last meeting? Yes, you're right. Thank you for that. Now let's have an activity first. So this activity is called Pick the Word. So are you all familiar with Pick the Word? Yes, right. So to be reminded, let's just read the instructions. So in this game, players will read two pictures of one word. The puzzles can be a combination of the pictures. I will show you a picture and you will guess what would be the answer to that specific picture. Okay, so first we have is, okay, so if your answer is equipment, then you are correct. Next we have is, right, so if you answer, then finance, that is right. Lastly, we have is, okay, so if you answered system, then that is correct. So for our lesson for today, we will be talking about design and develop maintenance system and develop curriculum evaluation. Let's read our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to understand the principles and components of an effective maintenance system and curriculum evaluation, explain the various types of maintenance record and develop qualitative methods to gather feedback, and appreciate the role of a well-implemented maintenance system and responsiveness to the need of diverse learners in curriculum evaluation. So we will achieve our learning objectives with the help of your active participation and cooperation. Okay, so is that clear, class? All right, so training facilities and equipment. Training facilities are structures provided for learning purposes. Training facilities include classrooms, workshops, library, and utilities such as piping, water, drainage, and sewage as required drainage and sewage as required in carrying out the transfer of knowledge and skills. So training facilities is where we can train or learn or to have um, to acquire knowledge like in our classroom, in our library, yeah, something like that. So in TESDA, there are also training facilities. So first we have is the practical work area. So this area is where the trainee acquires the skills and knowledge components of the competencies described by Ms. Macdar. So in the practical area, um, dira tao maka-acquire og mga knowledge and skills based at competency na gikuha. Let's say, for example, butchery or bread and pastry, something like that. Next we have is the learning resource center. So this area is proximate to the one. The practical work area. This area provides the trainee with the knowledge requirements in the various modules responsive to competencies. So, mao ni siya ang place where ang mga project and also the self-paced learning is based. So, this area has an array of learning materials in print or soft copies for a multimedia environment. Next we have is the institutional assessment area. So it is located very proximate to the practical work. Yeah, so the siya. This is where recognition of prior learning is done by that trainer. This component also provides the mechanism of assessing the completion of competencies of a trainee. So upon completing of all modules within a competency, the trainee is handed a certificate of achievement. So in this area, so ani mahitabo ang pag-recognize sa imuhang prior learning. So if ever mahuman na ang imuhang competency na studyhan, you will receive a certificate of achievement in this area. So dili siya ani siya nga area mahitabo. So this facility is provided with a computer system that houses and manages trainees' individual records. So in the institutional assessment area, there are also this is also where the individual records of the trainee is placed. Next we have is the contextual learning laboratory. So this facility ensures that the underpinning knowledge, science, mathematics, and communication principle as applied to the technology are provided to the trainee. Next we have is the trainer's resource areas. Area houses the learning materials, the training regulations, and curriculum exemplars. So in this area, this is the place where the instructors will put the learning materials, and also it is where the instructors will make the educational software or training materials. So next we have is the distance learning area. So I know that you are all aware with this distance learning area because it is what we implement during the pandemic, right? Okay, so one major issue is accessibility. This is the major objective of this component to enhance accessibility of TVEC. So this is to enable the learning provision outside and away from the training institution in the term of print and ramping media. So distance learning area is very crucial, no? Because we can learn even if we are not present in that specific area, but as long as we have our gadgets, technology, we can now scan our notes through our phones. So at present, this is implemented in selected qualifications and training centers with internet connections. Okay, so next we have is the computer laboratory area. So this area depicts the major physical change in the delivery, the use of information technology. This laboratory has an array of computer units where trainees are provided to learn and gain appropriate IT competencies that may include Word, Excel, even desktop publishing as may be prescribed in the competency standard on curriculum. So this IT skills is really crucial for in this generation because we cannot deny the fact that um, most of our like work is done through our gadgets, our computer, and it makes our work more easier and convenient because um we can do it anywhere, anytime. Now let's delve to the attributes of training facilities. Okay, so when making the facilities of a training area is difficult with like basta ba lang because um, a training facility for adults must have flexible and technological advanced environment that are safe, healthy, comfortable, aesthetically pleasing, and accessible. So it must be able to accommodate the specific space and equipment needs that allow students to carry out and some functions or activities during their training session. So in a training facilities, so kasi nagkalain-lain na attribute like nila ang size, ang structure, so na different na standards, particularly those of workshops of practical work area. Among the consideration are the size of equipment and the space required while using them, the type of activities necessary to perform or demonstrate the competencies of the qualification, and the conditions required for the facility, such that the makeup of floor or ceiling may be distinct from one qualification to another. Okay, so to make you fully grasp and understand um, the training, the attributes of training facility. So I will give you a specific example. So say for example, um, sa commercial cooking area, so dapat ang iyang floor is nakatile. And also, naa siya drainage for easy cleaning and drying. Kay, naman siya like, normal siya sa cooking, so dapat na siya drainage. Next we have is kanang sa mga construction courses. So dapat ang mga floor is plain na semento. Like dili ka magpa tile anang construction nga area. Or pwede gani ang uban gani ana is unfit ay kailang floor bitaw kay wala ang finished floors. Welding workshops, on the other hand, are normally equipped with ventilation or exhaust facilities to minimize the heat brought about by operation of motor engine and other machine, as well as to eliminate fumes that are destructive to health and for safety. Other courses need amenities in its work environment, such as housekeeping, health care services, and OP care. Likewise, many courses are dependent on the electrical power, such as mga computer hardware servicing, mga welding, while others require the steady supply of water and provision of adequate drainage, such as in plumbing, and plumbing or commercial cooking. Hence, the maintenance of electrical, water, drainage, and ventilation system is of great importance to ensure continuity of training and effect quality of learning environment. Okay. So, I guess siya ba? Nasabtan na ba, class? Okay, so if nasabtan mo, ano siya example o let me show you a picture. Ano siya example. So, naa sa commercial booking. Nakatile, di ba? Na siya dapat. And then, kanang sa dapat niya, of course, mo na ang plain cement track. And then, kanang po, example, kanang mag-need og mga electricity, like computer. So, she provided actually. Training equipment and supplies. Training equipment is usually placed in the practical work area or the training resource area. The sizes and uses of equipment vary in the different training qualifications and generally classified into five. First we have is the large items of equipment. Next is the small items of equipment, the simple equipment, the complex equipment, and equipment with significant health and safety applications. So example ito equipment, large items of equipment is motor vehicles, industrial sewing machines. Then the small types of equipment is mga video or tape recorder, mga espresso machine. And then sa simple equipment is mga electric fan, floor polisher. And then sa complex equipment is the simulator. So there's mga automotive and then plasma cutting machine. There's a equipment with significant health and safety implication is duplicator machine. Let's talk about the importance of maintenance. Importante man ang maintenance sa usa ka training facilities or basta sa mga equipment nato karon dapat mga na siyang i-maintain. So maintenance is an excellent means of improving the performance and condition of equipment and facilities. So if mag-maintain na nato na di mas mo-improve ang condition ana nga equipment or ana nga facilities. And also na-promote siya o safe and healthy na environment. It's very crucial. Like, of course, sa training facilities, dapat should na siya nga safe. Like, anak man ka mag-acquire of knowledge and anak sa kasagaran, like ang mga training, anak sa kasagaran na present ang lugar. So, dapat should na ang safety nila is secured. Yeah. So, properly maintained facilities reduce hazards like mga broken furnitures, mga electrical issues, so dapat pinacheck na siya. And then, importante dyan ang maintenance because maka-enhance siya sa learning experiences. So, a well-maintained learning environment fosters focus, engagement, of course, maka-focus, makatabaw ng ka, masafe ka ng lugar, and then productivity and usually things better about performance. And then, in terms of equipment, maintenance is very crucial, right? Para mag-long last mga equipment. Regular maintenance prolongs the life of equipment, furniture, and infrastructure, reducing the need for frequent replacements and minimizing cost. And most importantly, ang pag-maintain sa usa ka facilities sa equipment or biskan sa anang nga lugar mo-reflect siya sa institutional credibility. Well-maintained facilities project a positive image, encouraging enrollment and retention of students or trainees and earning the trust of stakeholders. So by prioritizing maintenance, institutions ensures that their learning environments remain conducive to growth and education. So that's it. So to discuss the remaining topic, let me review to our next picture.
Next is the growth of interest in maintenance. First, we have the technological development. This trend leads to more mechanized and automated equipment, resulting in great productive potential which must be kept working. This means that training facilities are becoming more complicated and require more advanced maintenance. So this means that technology is getting more complex. New machines are powerful, but it needs more skilled people to keep them running smoothly. Second is increasingly expensive raw materials. Finite raw materials in combination with a growing population and increasing assumption inevitably result in higher raw material prices. Unavoidably, the cost of all products must rise. It is therefore often more profitable to maintain existing equipment than purchase new ones. So this means that materials are getting more expensive and it's often cheaper to fix old equipment than buy new ones. And the third one is greater complication. A complicated facility of piece of equipment includes many components, any or all of which can constitute possible sources of trouble. Although the operational reliability of each individual component may be very high, it is necessary to multiply reliability factor of all components that are dependent on each other in a system in order to arrive at a total system reliability. So the third one means machines are more complicated to use. So lots of parts working together means even more a small problem can cause a big issue. So daghan daw kayo og mga machines na ang pwede gamiton in training, but kanang kailangan pud siya if magka-problema gamay, so kanang mas mudako ang issue nga imong i-face. So number 4 is increased fixed cost. Capital costs constitute a considerable part of the total cost of training and must be covered by the added value created. If the training stops as a result of inadequate maintenance, capital costs or depreciation must still be paid, so that the standstill results in a net loss. Still, the salaries and overhead expenses must be paid while training is stopped. This means that increased fixed costs. So, ang example ani is factory. It costs money to build man, diba, and maintain the factory, even if it isn't producing anything. And then if the factory's machines break down, it can make products man gyud kay syempre naguba. But the cost of keeping the factory running still need gyud nga mabayaran. So this means that nga ang factory kanang kanang magkapurdoy bitaw kay makuhaan siya og kwarta. Next is reduced delayed activities and eradicate uncompleted work. So many work processes depend on an interrupted flow of activities to produce desired result. If an activity is delayed, the entire work stops. If all the facilities and equipment are reliable working well, work delay can be reduced. So, example kintahay sa construction nga project, if naay isa ka part sa project nga ma-delayed, di ba ang tanan mangyong project is kanang matandog mangyud siya. So, keeping the construction equipment in good working order helps prevent delays and ensures nga ang project is mahuman gyud on time. Next is the environmental concern. The growing quantity of electronic waste like monitors, laptops, cellular phones, and other electronic gadgets and its substances. The increasing use of chemicals such as cleaning agents, paints, fuel, and its derivatives, the byproducts created from its use and its disposal pose danger to the environment and all living things. Mass awareness on waste management brings the relevance of conserving the natural resources and the products like machines, tools, through proper maintenance to lengthens useful lives. So, ang environmental concern is imagine all the old electronics nga atong gilabay, they contain harmful chemicals that can pollute the environment man gyud, diba? So dapat properly maintaining our electronics can help them last longer. Like hinluan nato sila or kanang i-offs if mainit na gid kayo kanang di na bitaw pa sobraan og gamit. And then we don't have to throw them away as often and reduce our environmental impact kaysa sa tuwara silang ilabay, so mas makadaot sila sa environment nato. Why maintain? So nganong kailangan man dyan nga na i-maintenance sa mga facilities? So, di ba, ang may reason magyud is nganong na maintenance is to keep magyud things working well and safely while saving money. So, here are the general objectives. First is to keep the optimum condition of physical facilities at acceptable levels and minimum cost to satisfy the expected of programs, services, and activities at acceptable and minimum cost. So, make sure though that buildings and equipment are in good shape at the lowest possible cost so they can be used for their intended purposes. Next is the specific objectives. First is to extend the useful life of physical facilities. So, na daw ko na maintenance kay para daw ma-extend o mas magamit pa ang mga facilities. So, extend the useful life of physical facilities para last longer ang mga butang so you don't have to buy new ones as often. Next is to assure the operational readiness of installed equipment and maximum possible return on investment. So, make sure daw nga ang equipment is ready to use na when needed so you get the most out of your money. So, mura bitaw dili bitaw siya mausik or masayang. Next is properly discard hazardous waste. So, safely get rid of things that could harm people or the environment. And then next and the last specific objective is to ensure the safety of personnel using the facilities, physical properties, and the environment. So, dapat yun nga i-sure na to nga everything is safe for people to use and doesn't harm the environment pod. In simpler terms, maintenance is like taking care of our own stuff. So, para magdugay sila and mas magamit pa nato para po dili sila mag-cause of problems or any accidents. So, I have a question here. What can we gain from maintaining our facilities? So, unsa may makuha ka nato no if mag-maintain ta sa mga facilities nato? Naman mo idea? So, of course, first, para maka-ensure kita nga safety gyud ang environment nato. So, kay di ba if well maintain man ang mga facilities, so more safer gyud para sa tanan. And this means na mas gamay ang accidents nga or mga injuries and health problems nga mga mahitabo. Next reason is improve moral of human resources. So, people feel better when they work in a safe and, of course, comfortable environment man gyud, which leads to happier and more productive employees. Third reason, reduce operational cost. So, keeping things in good shape prevents costly repairs and replacements. Kay ginampingan man sila. Next is increase production. So, when equipment works reliably, production is smoother and more efficient, leading to more output. Next reason is prolonged life of facilities. So, if mag-maintain daw ta, if na mga proper maintenance, mas ma-extend daw ang lifespan sa usa ka building and of course the equipment, which helps us to save money in the long run. Next reason is prompt delivery of services or product. So, reliable facilities mean that services and products can deliver on time without delays caused. So, next reason is prompt delivery of services or product. So, reliable facilities mean that services and products can be delivered on time without delays caused by breakdowns. So, in short, maintenance is murag investment na sila that pay offs in many ways, leading to a safer, more efficient, and profitable operation. Next question is, who are involved? So, kinsa man dyan mga involved ka ani? So, first, nga ma-involve ani is the person nga mo manage the activities. And then, next is the one who will monitor and evaluate the operations. Next is the one who will prepare the maintenance schedule. And of course, the one who will implement the program. The one who will keep the records. And the one who will conduct inspection. And of course, the one who will certify and work and accept the work. And last, of course, the person who will prepare the report. Those are the people who are involved in maintenance or in maintaining the facilities. So next question, another question. What, where, and when man pud na mahitabo? So what routine or actions must be done to keep the device on working order? Where mo na siya ang the maintenance activity to be carried out so as dapit, and when kanus ay perform ang maintenance activities. Another question, how to maintain? Saan man dapat maintain? The question on how do we implement the maintenance program will center on the 5 M's are as follows. First is the manpower. Second is money, of course, or financial resources. Third, methods and system. Fourth, machines or facilities. And fifth, and the last, are the materials and supplies. Next is maintenance program. A maintenance program is a comprehensive list of maintenance and its incidents. This would include all maintenance activities to be undertaken, manpower needed, maintenance methods to be used, all materials and supplies needed, and costs involved in the maintenance. So, a maintenance program daw is, think of it as a big plan for keeping things running smoothly. It covers everything, like mga kinahanglan buhaton, who will do it, and how they'll do it, what materials are needed, and how much it will cost. Next is the maintenance schedule. So, it is a list allocating specific maintenance of an area, including equipment and tools, to a specific period. The maintenance schedule is just a part of the maintenance program. A maintenance schedule daw is more than siya og gamay nga detailed nga plan for a specific area or equipment. It says exactly what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and who is responsible ana niya. Next is the maintenance checklist. So, maintenance checklist is a list of maintenance tasks, preventive or predictive, typically derived through some form of analysis, generated automatically as work orders at a predetermined frequency. So, maintenance checklist daw this is like a step-by-step list of tasks to be done during a specific maintenance activity. So, it's used to make sure nothing is missed. So, I have here the following templates or which examples of inspection checklist for a comfort room. As a practical work area in housekeeping in situ, sample template number 2 and GMAWNC 4 or sample template number 3. So I have here a table. So this table is a maintenance schedule for a welding workshop in a GMAWNC3 program. It outlines the cleaning and maintenance task required for different areas of the workshop along with their frequency and who is responsible. So first, we have here in the first column, we have the qualification, which is this specifies the program the schedule is for, which it writes there GMAW in C3. Next is the station or the building. This indicates the specific location or building where the work is done, which being right there, building or WAF. And then let's down to the area or section. This specifies the general area being covered, like the practical work area. Next is the in charge. This identifies the person responsible for the overseeing the schedule. So we have here Lorenzo A. Ladia. And the next is the activities. This lists the various maintenance tasks. And then next is in the next column we have the responsible person. This indicates who is responsible for carrying out each task, like the trainees or janitors, depending on whether trainees are present. Next column we have the schedule. So this outlines the frequency of each task. We have here daily, which means it is done every day, and then every other day, which means done every other day, and then weekly, done once a week, every 15th day, done every 15th day, and monthly, so once a month. And we have also the remarks column, which you can put there any additional notes or instructions for the task. So this schedule or this table provides a clear plan for maintaining the workshop, ensuring a clean and safe environment for the trainees and staff. So I have here another sample template. This is sample template number 3. So this is a housekeeping checklist specifically for a GMAW workshop. It provides a structured way to ensure regular maintenance and cleaning tasks are completed. So the checklist is divided into 3 sections based on frequency of the task. So we have the daily task, weekly task, and monthly task. So in the left side, we have also the yes or no. So all we need to do there is we have to check either we have done doing those tasks. So we are going to check the yes column, but if not, so we're going to check the no. I have here another sample template number 5. So this is a maintenance schedule specifically for a GMAW welding machines, Miller brand, used in a practical work area or WAF. So it outlines the daily, weekly, and monthly maintenance tasks required for these machines. So first equipment type. So we have equipment type. So we have here GMAW welding machine, Miller, and then the equipment code GMAW-01 to 10. This indicates there are 10 machines covered by this schedule. And then the location, which is the practical work area. Activities, so these are the specific maintenance tasks to be performed. So next column is the manpower. This indicates who is responsible for each task, like in the sample we have the electrician trainer or trainees. We have the column for the schedule. So this outlines the frequency of each task. We have the daily, which being done every day, every other day being done by the next day, and then weekly, so once a week. Same as the template ganiha na yung mga every 15th day, once a month, yan na, for the monthly na siya. And then we have also the remarks nga column, which ano na to, provides ang mga additional information or instructions para sa mga next task. Kaning mga yan nga schedule is, it ensures that the GMAW building machines are regularly maintained good, preventing potential issues and ensuring their safe and efficient operation. Next is we have the technical support services. So, kaning nga diagram outlines a typical organizational structure for technical support services team that handles facility maintenance. We have here at the top the team manager. So this person is responsible for the overall direction, planning, monitoring, and evaluation of the entire technical support services team. They ensure all maintenance activities are coordinated effectively and meet the overall goals. So under sa team manager, we have the area head or the makuha ng mga equipment and mga services vehicles. Then ang mga functionally specialist like the electrical, ang plumbing, ang heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, the mechanical, and the civil. And we have also the communication. And then under sa NAPOY administrative officer, which in charge of inventory, database, and procurement and reporting about financial. Under niya is the area head. Ang area head mo ni siya ang mag-formulate sa schedules, mag-supervise, and mag-implement o mag-inspect sa mga units sa mga different activities. So next is the maintenance methods and systems, which will be reported by Ms. Rosalie Botero.
Quality management is a method for ensuring that all the activities necessary to design, develop, and implement a product or service are effective with respect to the system and its performance. Quality management can be considered to have three main components: quality control, quality assurance, and quality improvement. Quality management focuses not only on product or service, but also the means to achieve it. Quality management therefore uses quality, assurance, and control of processes as well as products to achieve more consistent quality. So, ang quality management is a method where it ensures na ang tanang activities necessary in designing, developing, and implementing a product is ni-respect siya sa system o sa performance. The following diagram is the Shewhart cycle, PDCA, for quality improvements, quality management system. So this is the quality management cycle. You can see there are some of its subcomponents or parts, which are the plan, do, check, act, sustain, assess or correct, implement, and plan again. So this is the 5S housekeeping systems. The first one is SIRI or sort. Second one is SITON or systematize. Third one is CSO or SWEP. Fourth is Seketsu or sanitize. And lastly, Shitsuke or self-discipline. These are the 5S housekeeping systems. Safety precaution. These are general safety precaution concerning people and facilities, although this may vary depending on the trade which they are in. So common kaayo ni safety precaution makita nato sa mga crowd bitaw nga kanang like malls or if ever nga kanang places nga kanang daghang tao, like for example samot naapay undergoing na construction like falling debris or naay mga danger ani nga part sa mall or sa place. Concerning people, when working, wear appropriate clothing. Make sure that the safety hat is worn properly. Do not wear gloves when operating equipment except when any part thereof is hot. Never remove safety devices or safety cover from equipment. Be careful of high voltages. Never touch switches with wet hands. When repairing power lines, turn off the main power supply first. Should an accident occur, it should be reported immediately to proper authority, no matter how. Concerning facilities. Facilities must be adequately illuminated, clear, neat, and dry. Keep the area organized so there are no obstacles lying around the floor. The equipment and the floor area around the equipment must be free from dust and any chipping. Workbenches must be strong and sturdy, and their surfaces treated with non-skid materials. Next is the security policies and procedure. First, physical property. Second is education. Third is access control. Fourth is clear dust. And lastly, 5, destruction. So let's move on to the total productive maintenance. The total productive maintenance or TPM system is the systematic analysis, planning, control, and application of work and materials in economic amounts by the competent personnel to ensure orderly and continuous functioning of all productive resources. Total productive maintenance main objective is to keep and improve production facilities stable and efficient at the lowest life cycle cost with the active participation of all members in the organization. Specifically, its purposes are to increase productivity through maximum utilization and improvement of all available equipment, to develop maintenance system to reduce life cycle cost of machinery and equipment through the involvement of everybody in the organization, to develop operators' capability to be competent in maintenance activities through education, training, and motivation, to enhance capability for advanced and sophisticated technology that would reinforce competitive power. Next is the conditions for maintenance control. Basic policy of maintenance control. First is efficient operation of equipment. Second is enhancement of maintenance technology. Third, develop equipment to achieve stable operation. Fourth, assignment of job responsibilities for each work level. And lastly, technical training to upgrade the quality of workers or etc. So next, here are the basic elements for actual maintenance control. First, organization, standard maintenance and inspection procedure, work order system, work scheduling procedure, material control, maintenance record system, maintenance performance measuring system, and power to implement all of the above. Equipment failure. Downtime losses caused by unexpected breakdowns. Set up and adjustment. Downtime losses from setup times and adjustments such as exchanging dies in press and injection machine. Idling and minor stoppages. Losses resulting from idling and minor stoppages caused by the operation of sensors and blockages of work on chutes. Reduce speed. Losses caused by the discrepancy between the design speed and actual speed of equipment. Defects in process. Losses caused by defects and reworking of defects. Reduce yield. Losses that occur between startup and steady production. Let's move on to the purposes of equipment tag-out bill. Number 1, to provide a procedure to prevent the improper operation of a component, piece of equipment, a system, or portion of a system that is isolated or in an abnormal condition. Second, to provide a procedure in operating an instrument that is unreliable or not in normal operation condition. Third, to provide separate procedures for trainees or trainers or staff when accomplishing certain planned maintenance PMS actions. So, as you can see in the screen, this is the danger or caution tagout index and record audits chart.